facing the police every single day.
In the United States District Court 1. Middle District of Florida 2. Tampa Division 3. George Douglas Metz, 2, 7. Plaintiff, 8. Versus, 9. Deputy Randall Sterling, 10. And, 11. Charlotte County Government, 12. Defendants, 13. 15. Plaintiff's complaint and jury demand 16. To the Honorable Judge of said court, 17. George Douglas Metz, 2, Plaintiff, Metz, 18 complaining of defendants, Deputy Randall 19 Sterling and Charlotte County Government, hereby 20 files this plaintiff's complaint and jury demand 21 and respectfully shows the following, 22. 23. 2. I nature of the action 1. 1. This is a civil rights action for declaratory to relief and damages arising under the Constitution 3 of the United States and under the laws of the 4 United States. Metz was lawfully exercising his 5 First Amendment rights under the Constitution by 6 using his video camera to gather information on 7 matters of public interest to disseminate to 8 other citizens. Metz was in an area he was 9 legally allowed to be in and was not interfering 10 with any business being conducted. At no time was 11 Metz suspected of violating any law or policy. 12 Nonetheless, the defendants treated Metz as if he 13 did. They trespassed Metz from a public area for 14 practicing his First Amendment right. 15. 2 Demand for jury trial 16. 2 Plaintiff demands a trial by a jury of his 17 peers. 18. 3 Parties 19. 3 Plaintiff Metz is a Caucasian male citizen 20 and adult resident of Florida, USA 21. 4 Defendant Deputy Sterling is a Caucasian male 22. 3. Individual citizen and adult resident of Florida 1 who at all relevant times, was employed by the 2 Charlotte County Sheriff Office as a Deputy 3 Sheriff. He is sued in his individual capacity 4 and can be served with summons at his work 5 address at the Charlotte County Sheriff Office. 6. 5 Defendant, Charlotte County, is a political 7 subdivision of the state of Florida. They are 8 being sued in their official capacity. 9. 4 Jurisdiction 10. 6 This action to vindicate plaintiff's rights 11 under the 1st and 14th Amendments to the 12 U.S. Constitution is brought under 42 U.S.C. 13 1983 and 1988. This court has jurisdiction to 14 hear the merits of plaintiff's claims under 2815 U.S.C. 1331 and 1343, A, 3, and 4. The Court 16 also has jurisdiction under 28 U.S.C. 2201 and 172202 and Bivens v. 6 Unknown Agents, 403 U.S. 18 388.91 S.CT 1999, 29 L. ed. 2nd 619, 1971, to 19 declare the rights of the parties and to grant 20 all further relief found necessary and proper. 21 Plaintiff further invokes the pendant 22. Comment S1. 4. Jurisdiction of the court to hear and decide 1 claims arising under the Florida state law. 2. V. Venue 3. 7 Venue is under 28 U.S.C. 1391, A, because 1 or more defendants reside in the Middle 5 District of Florida. Venue is also proper under 628 U.S.C. 1391, B, because all of the events or 7 omissions giving rise to the claims herein 8 occurred in the Middle District of Florida. 9. 6 Facts 10. A. Introduction 11. 8 At the time of the events, Metz was employed 12 as an event coordinator. Photography and 13 videography are hobbies of Metz. 14. 9 Metz decided to videotape Charlotte County 15 Administration Building at 18500 Murdoch Circle 16 Port Charlotte, Florida 33948. 17. 10 On June 3, 2019, during mid-afternoon, Metz 18 was standing in an area off to the side, out of 19, the way. 20. 11 Metz was simply recording the DMV employees, 21 which is within his First Amendment rights. 22. 5. 12 Metz was not armed and not suspected of 1 violating any laws. 2. 13 Metz was not threatening anyone by word or 3 action. 4. 14 Further, Metz was not interfering with the 5 operations of the DMV. 6. 15 Metz was simply standing in an area he was 7 allowed to be in, recording his public officials 8 in the course of their duties. 9. B. Sheriff harassment and solicitation of 10. Trespass 11. 16 At all times relevant to the acts alleged in 12 this complaint, defendant was acting under the 13 authority of his respective position as a deputy 14 sheriff on behalf of Charlotte County 15 commissioners. 16. 17 Within minutes of Metz starting his recording 17 he was approached by Deputy Sterling who said, 18 guys, facility rules. You can't record in the 19 building. 20. 18 Metz responded back by asking if the 21 building's policies override the Constitution. 22. 6. 19 At which point Metz said he would rather be 1 trespassed than give up his rights. 2. 20 Metz informed Deputy Sterling that he would 3 leave only after he had been trespassed. 4. 21 At this point Deputy Sterling called someone 5 in the county attorney's office. 6. 22 Deputy Sterling talked to her who he informed 7 Us replied that she was going to pass and that 8 we were free to film in the building. 9. 23 Metz proceeded to film the public areas of 10 the building. 11. 24 Metz made various requests for public records 12 while filming his actions within the building, 13 including in the records department. 14. 25 Upon entering the DMV area, Metz was then 15 trespassed from the building. 16. 26 Metz did not violate any law or policy. It 17 appears that they trespassed him from public 18 property due to him practicing his First 19 Amendment right to free press. 20. 7 Action against all defendants under 4221 U.S.C. 1983 for violations of the First and 22. 7. 14th Amendments 1. 27 Metz adopts by reference the facts and 2 allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 to 26 as 3 though fully set forth herein. 4. 28 Observing public employee activities, without 5 interfering with those duties, is a legitimate 6 means of gathering information for public 7 dissemination and is expressive conduct protected 8 by the First Amendment. This First Amendment 9 right to gather information includes the right to 10 record actions of public employees, subject to 11 reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. 12 In this instance, Metz was always in publicly 13 accessible areas video recording apparently 14 normal activities of the employees during normal 15 business hours, which activity is protected by 16 the First Amendment to the United States 17 Constitution. 18. 29 Metz was not engaged in any unlawful activity 19 nor did he interfere with the duties of officials 20 during any of their recorded activities. 21. 30 None of Metz activities were being conducted 22. 8. In an unreasonable time, place, or manner. 1. 31 Further, it is apparent from the actions of 2 and statements made by the officers that the 3 entire incident was an illegal attempt to deprive 4 Metz of his First Amendment rights. 5. 32 Defendants acting under color of law 6 deprived plaintiff of certain constitutionally 7 protected rights as follows. 8. A Deputy Sterling and the County Attorney 9 Knowlton acted to restrict the well of 10 information from which the public and press can 11 draw. 12. B. The county, by way of its unconstitutionally 13 enacted policy, attempted to restrict Metz right 14 to record. 15. 33 defendants Deputy Sterling and Charlotte 16 County acted willfully, deliberately, 17 maliciously, or with reckless disregard for Met's 18 exercise of his clearly established rights 19 protected by the 1st, 4th, and 14th 20 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. 21. 34 upon information and belief, Defendant Deputy 22. 9. Sterling is responsible for the violations of one Met's constitutional rights because of the 2 defendant officers' actions resulting from the 3 deputies' deliberate indifference. 4. A. By failing to formulate policies and 5 procedures of providing for First Amendment 6 rights or, if such policies and procedures 7 existed, in failing to follow and enforce said 8 policies and procedures. 9. B. By quelling Met's First Amendment rights 10 through the customary practice of allowing 11 officers to trespass individuals for expressive 12 conduct video recording public employees in the 13 performance of their official duties. 14. C. In failing to properly train and supervise 15 officers who engage in such conduct. 16. 35 defendants had a duty under the 1st and 14th Amendments of the Constitution of the 18 United States to refrain from attempts to enforce 19 or allow policies and procedures or customs that 20 created a substantial likelihood that citizens 21 would be subjected to being trespassed on public 22. 10. Property merely for exercising First Amendment 1 rights. 2. 36 as a direct and proximate result of 1 or 3 more of defendant's wrongful acts or omissions, 4 plaintiff sustained violations of his rights 5 under the 1st and 14th Amendments to the 6th Constitution of the United States. 7. 8 lack of qualified immunity 8. 37 Metz adopts, by reference, the facts and 9 allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 to 36 as 10 though fully set forth herein. 11. 38 Law clearly establishes laws that a person 12 has a First Amendment right to gather information 13 and video record police activity, subject to 14 reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. 15. 39 Defendants did not observe Metz engage in any 16 criminal conduct and had no reasonable suspicion 17 or probable cause to believe that Metz had 18 committed or was committing any criminal conduct. 19. 40 Metz was merely videotaping public employees 20 at work, which was protected by the first 21 Amendment of the U.S. Constitution in a publicly 22. 11. Accessible area without interfering with normal 1 operating procedures. 2. 41 None of Metz activities were conducted at an 3 unreasonable time, place, or manner. 4. 42 It is also clearly established by the laws of 5 Florida that a person does not have to identify 6 himself or answer any questions until being 7 lawfully arrested. 8. 43 Metz was nonviolent, not armed, and made number 9 threats to the safety of the defendant or others 10 prior to the illegal acts of the defendant. 11. 44 Defendants' actions clearly violated 12 established statutory and constitutional rights 13 which should have been known by a reasonable 14 officer. 15. 45 Defendants should not be entitled to any 16 protection of qualified immunity to avoid 17 accountability in this case. 18. 9 Damages and attorney's fees 19. 46 Metz adopts by reference the facts and 20 allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 to 45 as 21 though fully set forth herein. 22. 12. 47 As a direct and proximate result of one defendant's alleged unlawful actions, Metz too suffered deprivations of his constitutional 3 rights guaranteed by the 1st and 14th 4 Amendments of the U.S. Constitution. 5. 48 Metz incurred damages for loss of reputation, 6 shame, embarrassment, humiliation, mental 7 anguish, pain and suffering, and other such 8 compensatory and consequential damages as the law 9 entitles plaintiff to recover. 10. 49 Metz seeks punitive damages against the 11 individual defendants for their intentional, 12 willful and wanton acts completely ignoring 13 clearly established statutory and constitutional 14 rights of which a reasonable officer would have 15 known. 16. 50 Mets hereby sues for these damages and prays 17 for the just and fair recovery thereof. 18. Ex prayer for relief 19. 51 For the foregoing reasons, Plaintiff 20 respectfully requests the following. 21. A. Enter a declaratory judgment that the 22. 13. Defendants violated plaintiff's First and 1/14th Amendment right to be free from 2 unreasonable search and / or seizure. 3. B. Award actual and compensatory damages against 4 all defendants, jointly and severally, in and 5 amount to be determined at trial. 6. C. Alternatively award nominal damages for the 7 violations of the plaintiff's constitutional 8 rights. 9. D. Award punitive damages against the individual 10 defendants. 11. E. Enter such other relief as this Honorable 12 Court may deem just and deserving. 13. 14. Dated this _________ day of January, 2015. Respectfully submitted. 16. On 17. George Metz, Pro SE 18. 6787 Southeast 125th Street number 3419. Bellevue, Florida 3442020. 352-446-814521. 22.
So I'm acting on behalf of the tax collector, and it's 8108.
Trespass.
Florida statute, yeah.
Oh, excellent. Can I get some paperwork on the trespass for
Sure.
you? Beautiful. Let's go.
Okay.
I love it. Now, was there a separate ordinance just for the tax collector?
They act on their own by what I'm aware of.
Okay.
It's not something I deal with really often.
Okay. Now, all of us get trespassed, right? We were all in there? Okay. And we're trespassed from that office, but not the building, right?
No, this is actually the entire building.
Okay.
If you're not willing to...
Give up my rights, and I get trespassed. I like it. I need a pen now. Do I gotta sign this?
I got you. So you're refusing identification?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You guys already know who we are, that we've been here all day.
Yeah.
You guys have already got our IDs.
Listen, man, this isn't me. I'm acting. This is the county doing this.
No, I know. And that's why we're like I said, that's why we're here. We're here to challenge it. So I don't mind getting trespassed. That's exactly the reason why we're here, because you can't fight an ordinance unless it goes through court. So yeah, I don't need a pen since there's no place to sign on it anyway.
Sterling, what's your member ID?
3028.
I love the
But
soft
just so
music.
you know,
Is
you
that
can
Kenny G?
see this is not issued by me. This is Kelly, who is the assistant county administrator,
Okay.
and she is the county attorney.
Okay.
So I am just.
Was that
the-
her? I talked to her I talked to the secretary up there. She was in a meeting. Is this
Okay.
pre-made out?
No,
So she's in a meeting, but she made these out?
I have no idea.
Because I just saw him pull them out of the drawer.
Yeah, I sent him up to get them
Okay.
because I was told that she is issuing them. So
And this is her signature? It's not her...
it is.
Okay, all right. Sweet. I had my guy get somebody to look it over to make sure that is her signature. Because I don't want her administrative assistant signing stuff for her.
So you guys been served. So you
Yep,
need to leave.
we're out of here. Thank you.
Right.
Have a good day, guys.
Take it in.
Hey Sherri County, this is Sherri County COPWATCH. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.